Greetings, sports fans, and welcome to ETN Sports, where we don't cover basketball, baseball, football, hockey, or soccer. And today is the day you've been waiting for, the Kaiju Fantasy Draft Battle. Exciting times. Exciting times. With me, as always, is Lenny Watson via satellite. Lenny, how are you, my good friend?
Doing very good. Very happy to be here as usual. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Good to hear. And with me today is my wonderful co-host, Adrienne Bauman. Adrienne, how are you?
I'm great, Rob. I'm happy to be here.
Good. We're happy to have you. So let's just start right off the bat. Before the commissioner gets up to make the first pick, Lenny, run over with us your prediction of the first 8 picks of this draft.
Okay, Rob, here we go. At number 1, none other than Godzilla. No explanation needed. At number 2, I'm going to go with Gamera. Pretty much the second strongest kaiju after Godzilla. I think that's a wise choice at number 2. At number 3, I gotta go with Mecha King Ghidorah. Reason being is that it's an upgraded version of Ghidorah. Ghidorah is Godzilla's most formidable adversary, so it only makes sense to go with the mecha version of him at number 3. At number 4, I'm gonna go with Legion. Legion to me is probably one of the strongest kaiju, if not the strongest kaiju in this tournament, and can defeat you in many different ways, and I think Legion is going to be definitely picked at number 4. At number 5, I gotta go with Destroyer. I think Destroyer at number 5 makes sense. People love Destroyer. They think he's Godzilla's toughest opponent. I respectfully disagree, but because of that popularity, I see Destroyer going at number 5. At number 6, I see Space Godzilla. Yes, Space Godzilla at number 6. I think that's a good choice. I think it falls down to that bracket at that point in time, and it'll be a good pick for whoever's in that spot. At number 7, I'm going to go with King Ghidorah. Yes, King Ghidorah. I think Godzilla's biggest opponent, one of the strongest monsters left on the board at this point. I can't see Ghidorah going any further down, so therefore, I see him at number 7. And then finally at number 8, I'm going to go with Iris, another high side Gamera. Yes, I think Iris will go at number 8, and that'll round out the top 8 picks for today's draft.
Well, that's an interesting selection. Obviously, he has Godzilla going first in this round, which I gotta say I feel comfortable with that pick. I mean, he's the king of monsters. Why wouldn't he be picked first? Do you agree with that, Adrienne?
I do.
Good. Very insightful. So the commissioner is ready for the first pick. The first pick will be going to Cody Inward. And let's give it away to the commissioner.
So here we go with Fantasy Battle Tournament. Pick number 1 goes to Cody Inward with Gamera.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, surprise, surprise. The first pick is Gamera. Cannot believe it. It's unbelievable. Lenny, you felt Godzilla would go first. We all agreed with you. What do you think about this pick?
I just can't believe it. I'm not saying Gamera is a bad pick, but when you have the king of monsters marinating right on a bowl for you to pick up, you don't just skip him for Gamera. Just not a wise decision. Now, with that said, Gamera is a good selection after the king of monsters is off the board. When you go for the pick in this draft, you got to go with someone who's almost guaranteed to win you this tournament single-handedly. That would have been Godzilla. Not a wise choice, but I see this person going far with Gamera nonetheless, but had a better chance of winning this tournament with Godzilla. Not very happy about this pick. I don't agree with it. I think it was a bad move.
Well, Lenny's not very happy. He doesn't like to be wrong. But, I mean, not that Gamera is a bad pick. Don't get me wrong. But when you think about the opportunity to have Godzilla in the first round, I think you got to jump in that opportunity.
I'm really shocked to see Gamera get first pick. I mean, he is the ultimate turtle, but he's no Godzilla.
No, he's not.
Very surprised.
He is the king of turtles, not the king of monsters. Let's just be
As a friend of all children.
Yes, guardian of the universe for a turtle.
For a turtle, that's pretty high rank.
I have to say, I'm
Enough to outrank Godzilla? I'm not sure.
No, not one. All right, so Commissioner is ready for the second pick. He's moving this along. He's aware that the fans have been waiting, so let's take it away to the Commissioner.
All right, pick number 2 of the Fantasy Battle Tournament goes to Joshua Hill with Godzilla.
Okay, and as expected, you would think Godzilla goes number 2. He has to. And this brings something interesting. If somebody by some crazy miracle had drafted Godzilla 3rd and somebody drafted another monster 2nd, then you would have Godzilla and Gamera in the same bracket. But now you have Godzilla and Gamera in opposite brackets potentially for a championship match down the road. I know it's early to talk about that, but these are the two favorites. What do you think, Adrienne?
I would like to see Godzilla and Gamera be friends. I think they both have the top rank in all the monsters, and I don't want to see them fight. I want them to be allies.
Well, Adrienne, I am very concerned for you when you leave for the parking lot. You might get stoned for that comment. Lenny, how do you feel about this pick and where things are going so far?
Well, it was a smart choice. I mean, you see Gamera go first. The person who picked second, their eyes had to light up and said, oh my God, Godzilla's available at number 2. I'm jumping on that. Very smart move. He's going to have the number 1 seed in his bracket, and he's in a good position to go very far in this tournament, if not win.
All right. So, moving it along, the commissioner is ready once again for the 3rd pick in the draft. So let's take it away to the commissioner.
Moving right along with the Fantasy Battle Tournament, pick number 3 goes to John G. with Mecha Godzilla.
Oh boy, another surprise. Well, Lenny, once again, you did not. You had Mecha King Ghidorah going 3rd. Now you have Mecha Godzilla going 3rd. It's not quite your day, is it, Lenny?
Yeah, not off to a good start, but yeah, whatever. Fact of the matter is, Mechagodzilla is not a horrible pick at number 3, don't get me wrong. But 3 heads are better than 1. And when part of that body is a mecha, is a robot, a cyborg, you're talking about devastating opponent. At number 3, if Mechagodzilla had been picked, the person doing the drafting would have had a very strong monster at a very high rank and would have been fighting expectingly weaker monsters later on in the tournament. But yeah, not off to a good start, but it's all good. We still got a long way to go.
Oh, yeah, he's a little furious. So, Mechagodzilla, obviously a formidable opponent. Not the worst pick in the world, but as Lenny said, I would think 3 heads are better than 1.
Yes, indeed. But you know what I don't like about the Mechagodzilla is that he's not organic. Like Godzilla
Right.
and Gamera, he was made by monkeys. Let's not forget that.
Yes, the space monkeys from wherever the hell they were from. But they were ugly.
The black hole.
Yes, the
Black hole monkeys. Really?
Black hole monkeys building Mechagodzilla. This is definitely turning into an interesting broadcast. So, we're going to take it over to the commissioner again. He's ready. He's moving along on this draft. He knows people want to wait. So let's just take it to the commissioner. Go right ahead with the 4th pick.
Fantasy Battle Tournament pick number 4 goes to Tag Chiz, Mecha King Ghidorah.
Okay, and here we have it again. Mecha King Ghidorah is now drafted. Lenny fell 1 level short from your selection. So how do you feel about this? How do you feel about these first 4 picks?
Yeah, this was a very good pick. And these first 4 picks are a bit of a surprise. But when you really sit down and look at it, you got 4 very powerful kaijus. You got Godzilla, Gamera, Mechagodzilla, and now Mecha King Ghidorah. These are some very formidable kaijus early on the draft board. I think it's going pretty good for the people who are drafting. Kaijus falling in some areas I wouldn't expect, but nonetheless, it's kind of playing out the way I looked at it from a whole.
Yes, absolutely. So, look, so far we have Gamera, Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and now Mecha King Ghidorah. So, now we have another monster that's organic and metallic. How do you feel about that?
Well, with the 3 heads for Ghidorah, he does have an advantage, and he is a machine. But he's been defeated by Godzilla before, and I don't think that he really stands much of a chance in this tournament. That's just me.
Yes, I'm sure many people would disagree. His position would probably at least get him by the 1st round, but I have to agree. In fact, to me, he did not pose as much of a threat as the regular Ghidorah, who has not been drafted yet. So, very interesting first 4 picks. Definitely some formidable opponents, but we still have a long way to go. We have 4 more picks to do for today's draft. We're going to take it to the commissioner for the 5th pick.
Fantasy Battle Tournament pick number 5 goes to Barry Sokoloskis with Zilla.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Even myself, I'm very, very shocked. If you want to waste a draft pick, this is how you do it. You draft Zilla. I gotta be honest, with all due respect to the gentleman who drafted him, I don't see why you would even waste your draft pick. That's like saying you want to, Lenny, I know this is far from what you had on your list.
Yeah, dumb move. This dumb. This is fucking stupid. First of all, the only reason Zilla is even on this draft board is because he was part of the draft. And I had him at 16. Now, maybe there's someone out there who would have had a little love for the lizard. Maybe I expected to see him maybe 14, 15, but 5? You gotta be kidding me. There's much better monsters available at number 5. So, yeah, not a good move. it all depends who he pulls to in the tournament, how the brackets shape up after everything's all said and done. But I really don't see Zilla getting far against some of these monsters. Speed or no speed, if you can't take a couple of missiles to the side, and if you're easily swayed by fish, your ass is gone.
No, I mean, I don't know how you feel about this, Adrienne. I know you have a kinship with the Iguanas, but I think you would agree that this is not.
I think that Zilla is a good draft pick because who doesn't want to see him get his ass beat?
Oh, whoa!
I mean,
So at least something you're looking forward to.
Yeah. He's a tuna head, right? Let's not forget.
That's a lot of fish. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, it's definitely been an interesting draft so far. Definitely the first 5 picks not exactly going in the direction we expected. This is going to be an interesting bracket.
So far. I'm curious to see who's going to continue on and then the rest of these picks.
Yes, as well. And without any further ado, let's take it back to the commissioner for the 6th pick in today's draft.
Fantasy Battle Tournament pick number 6 goes to Max Onig with Legion.
Well, now I got to say, I think this is a good pick. Legion, very, very formidable opponent, excuse me. Lenny, I mean, he was definitely in your top 8. Not exactly where you had him positioned. You had him up a little bit higher. But what do you feel about this pick, Lenny?
Yeah, this is an excellent pick. An excellent pick. I mean, because of monsters like Zilla and Mechagodzilla getting drafted in spots they normally wouldn't, now you see a monster like Legion drop to 6. And for the person to come up and grab him at 6, that is a steal. I mean, we're talking about a top 3 draft monster, in my personal opinion. So this was an excellent pick. And for him to fall down that far, yeah, I definitely didn't expect him to stay there very long. Good pick. This is a good one. This is a steal. A steal for that person.
I have to say, I agree. I think it's a steal at number 6. Legion could arguably have been number 3 on this draft board. He dropped down to 6, which is a steal. What do you think about this?
Legion is a tough guy. I don't know that I would want to be in the same room with him.
No, I think you and a host of people, as well as Kaiju, would not want to be in the same room or city as this monster.
What's interesting about Legion, though, he's organic, but he's composed of multiple organic materials of beings. So I kind of like the organic creatures better.
You're all about organic, huh?
I am. I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, yes. Well, that explains it.
But I eat fish, so I would eat Zilla. I would eat any of the other. We'll get to the other draft picks, but I'm sure that my other tasty treat is going to be on this list.
Fantastic. Tasty treats, fish, organics. It's just one hell of a show. Let's take it to the commissioner for the 7th pick in this draft.
Fantasy Battle Tournament. We're up to number 7 now. Carlos Valenzuela with Space Godzilla.
Okay, and at number 7, this is a solid pick. I have to say, this is one that I definitely saw going in the top 8, definitely towards the lower, but this is a surprise pick here. It could be the sleeper pick of the draft at this position. Space Godzilla going at number 7. Lenny, your assessment on this?
Yeah, Space Godzilla is definitely another good steal on this draft. I mean, again, there's so many good monsters, but Space Godzilla can beat anyone, has that potential to beat anyone. And to be at number 7 means he's going to be right there in the middle of the fray. He's going to have some interesting opponents to fight. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do in the tournament.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I got to say, Space Godzilla, very imposing looking monster. I mean, he's got these big shoulder pad crystals on his shoulders, and he looks like Godzilla, but doesn't look like Godzilla, but kind of looks like Godzilla. I mean...
But you know what he has? He has super intelligence, and he is one mean bastard. He is just inherently nasty. I think he will kick some butt.
Yes, and I agree that he is indeed a bastard, which is probably why he kidnapped Little Junior in the movie. You know, that feeling, I want to be a father. I didn't have a father. I want to be a father. I look like Godzilla, but I'm not quite Godzilla. That's just what it all comes down to.
He's just mean.
Yes. Okay, Commissioner is ready with today's final pick. We will be continuing the draft tomorrow, so let's send it off to the Commissioner for the 8th pick of the draft in today's part 1 of the Kaiju Fantasy Battle Draft.
I'm giddy.
Yes.
Fantasy Battle Tournament pick number 8. David Gaddis with Destroya. And that's not Bostonian for destroyer, it is Destroya.
And number 8, Destroya. Wow. Formidable list of monsters. You could argue Destroyer could go number 1, Destroyer can go number 4, Destroyer can go number 2. I mean, Lenny, we've had this discussion time and time again. I've always felt that Destroyer has been a little bit overrated in terms of power. There are some fans out there that think he is the toughest enemy that Godzilla has faced. I disagree, but I do not take away anything from the monster. He is formidable. What is your assessment on this pick, Lenny?
Oh yeah, definitely overrated. I mean, Destroyer, but don't get me wrong, not overrated to the point where I think he should have dropped to number 8. So this is yet another steal. He is a very tough customer. He has incredible power, but at the same time, we've only ever seen him once in a fight with Godzilla. So I'm interested to see how he's going to stand up to other kaiju in this tournament, but definitely a strong kaiju, just a little overrated, but definitely a higher value pick than number 8. So the drafter at number 8 got a steal.
Yes, and I mean, Destroyer, what are your thoughts?
Destroyer, I am happy to see in the draft because he is another one of my tasty treats.
Oh.
He's the one I was hoping for. He's crustacean. I love clams. I love lobsters. I want to take a bite out of Destroyer and dip him in tartar sauce.
Oh boy, let's get some butter up in this bitch. Well, anyway, guys, that is it. The first 8 picks are done. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Stay tuned for the second part of the the Fantasy Battle Draft, and we are going to have the final 8 picks of the draft. Adrienne will be joining me. Lenny will be on board. This is Rob signing off for ETN Sports. Have a good day.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page.
Sports fans, and welcome to ETN Sports, where we don't cover basketball, baseball, football, hockey, or soccer. And today is the day you've been waiting for, the Kaiju Fantasy Draft Battle. Exciting times. Exciting times. With me, as always, is Lenny Watson via satellite. Lenny, how are you, my good friend?
Doing very good. Very happy to be here as usual. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Good to hear. And with me today is my wonderful co-host, Adrienne Bauman. Adrienne, how are you?
I'm great, Rob. I'm happy to be here.
Good. We're happy to have you. So let's just start right off the bat before the commissioner gets up to make the first pick. Lenny, run over with us your prediction of the first 8 picks of this draft.
Okay, Rob, here we go. At number 1, none other than Godzilla. No explanation needed. At number 2, I'm going to go with Gamera. Pretty much the second strongest kaiju after Godzilla. I think that's a wise choice at number 2. At number 3, I gotta go with Mecha King Ghidorah. Reason being is that it's an upgraded version of Ghidorah. Ghidorah is Godzilla's most formidable adversary, so it only makes sense to go with the mecha version of him at number 3. At number 4, I'm gonna go with Legion. Legion to me is probably one of the strongest kaiju, if not the strongest kaiju in this tournament, and can defeat you in many different ways, and I think Legion is going to be definitely picked at number 4. At number 5, I gotta go with Destroyer. I think Destroyer at number 5 makes sense. People love Destroyer. They think he's Godzilla's toughest opponent. I respectfully disagree, but because of that popularity, I see Destroyer going at number 5. At number 6, I see Space Godzilla. Yes, Space Godzilla at number 6.